Welcome to today's ride. So this is a random through Yatta to Machakos. So the way this random came about, I wanted to do a random through Kithimani area, but I didn't know which route to take. So I happened to be on Thika Road. I was contemplating on the same. Then I decided why not go to Thika. Then from Thika, try to get a route to Machakos after taking the Thika Garissa road. So that's why now we are here, heading towards, we are in Yatta, NYS fields on either side. So now we are heading towards Kithimani. I had to stop somewhere at some town back there to ask for the actual road, because I had no idea of there's a road from Kithimani that can actually take you back to Machakos. So actually now we are heading there to find about that road. So to immediately arrive at Kithimani, I turn right and take that road, and it will take me back to Kithimani. It's take me through Kaba, then Makutano, then from Makutano to I think there's also another town in between Mwala. Kaba, Mwala, then Makutano, then head back to Machakos. So welcome. I hope you enjoy this ride, and also if you are a rider, try to take this as one of the random rides during any sunny day, so that you can also enjoy this part of Kithimani as well. We are here now in Kithimani, so taking the road on my right, that junction. So Kithimani is also a relatively bigger town or shopping center. Now taking this road towards Kaba, then I'll find my way now from Kaba. I'll find my way to, it's just one route, I believe, from here all the way to Makutano. Then in Makutano I'll meet the other road that's heading towards Kitui, but then I'll take a right to head towards Machakos. Though the bit about the road in this section, as you can see, it's not that great, but given it's on a motorcycle, you can at least maneuver the potholes. But hii ndio naenda Machakos. Au hiyo ingine? Zinaweza tokezea hivi. Haisumbuki. Wala hakuna njia mzuri. Oh, hapa hata ikiwa sisi ya kuingia hivi. So we're not sure it's good to ask for directions from locals. So apparently that road I had taken was it's just circulating within the market, and so but then the detour wasn't that far, so I wasn't sure because I'm not using the maps, so I couldn't tell which direction. But right now I'm on the right road, so this one should take me to the towns I mentioned earlier. So Kaba, a small town, then Mwala, then after Mwala I'll reach Makutano, then it will be easier going back to Machakos. And the land is relatively flat. You can really see far. No mountains. It's not as hilly. But the road is not that great. There are potholes here and there that you have to maneuver and also check so that I don't end up destroying my shocks or even my motorcycle. And also some sharp corners also, so always looking ahead and checking for potholes now, not traffic in this situation. We're approaching a bridge right ahead. So I was informed that this is River Athi River, or now Galana. So this river goes changing names from Athi, Galana, Sabaki. I'm not sure if that Sabaki is the final name to the Indian Ocean. So we didn't consider that the river is relatively full. Not so usual in these areas, but that's a big river because it drains into the Indian Ocean, and there are a few villages here and there. So the ride is great. So just absorbing the scenic views where the camera isn't doing it much justice, but you can see a relatively flat plain land, not as hilly, so your view is can go distances, can go kilometers ahead. So this is Kaba. So from Kaba the tarmac still stretches. I think it's the only tarmac now passing through this location. So from Kabana, I think the next town should be Mwala as I head towards Makutano. I am approaching another shopping center. So this one I'm not sure the name. So it's somewhere just after Kaba, and still enjoying the ride. As you can see, the road is not that bad, although there are potholes. If you are driving, maybe you find it a little bit more bumpy, but that also depends on the nature of the car. So some vehicles can tolerate these bumps better, but then you need to so now just looking around, enjoying the scenery. So this is Kithimani, this is Machakos County. So I believe I'm already in Machakos County. From Kithimani, that should be Machakos County, if I'm not wrong. So all this stretch, traffic is very scarce. So here's another bridge, but this one is relatively dry. I'm not sure which river that is. So if you know, maybe you can indicate the name of that river in the comments. But it's relatively dry compared to Athi River, which was nearly full. So the Kibandaski guys on the side of the road. So that means there are people around here that also come and shop from those small kiosks. So here is another shopping center. I can't tell the name because I haven't read those signposts by the roadside. Just know it's somewhere between Kaba and Mwala, because Mwala I think should be relatively a larger town. So another bridge is here. I think it's also relatively dry compared to, I think this one should be seasonal, so unless there's a heavy downpour, no water. I think there's also another one. So you can see it's dry, so no water at the moment. So I'm thinking now we may be closer to Mwala. As you can see the roads, potholes, and you check the oncoming matatus, they're also trying to escape the same potholes. So try to ensure you don't be on the same side of the road while doing that, while trying to escape the potholes. Here is St. Teresa Mwala Girls High School. So I believe now we are approaching Mwala town. So we should be there in a minute. Here we are, Mwala town. So I'm just going to continue straight ahead. So that's now the route to Makutano, where we have the intersection of the road to Kitui and the road that will take us back to Machakos. So this is another river. Unfortunately, I don't know which one this is. The bridge still made of steel as the previous ones that we've encountered. So that means this place do get a lot of rainfall during the rainy season. It gets flooding. So up ahead here is now the junction that will take you back to that can take you back to Tala. So on my right you go to Tala. Straight ahead is where we are heading to Makutano junction. This is yet another bridge, so I think these are they upgraded it to tarmac. It's also dry, but a lot of sand you can see on the riverbed. Occasionally see people coming and digging for water, so that means beneath the sand there is still a lot of water. Maybe the sand helps preserve it and not make it evaporate in the hot sun. So at last we are in Makutano. So this is the meeting point for roads heading in different directions. So we're coming from Mwala. This is now Makutano, and it is the road that will also take you. So the road to my right at the junction will take you towards Nasi and Machakos, and the road to the left, that will now head towards Kitui. So the tarmac on this road is relatively, it's well done, so expecting a smooth ride all the way to Machakos. And here is Masi. I've heard that this town was supposed to be like the capital for the country during the colonial times. Then they moved northwards towards now where they have Machakos, because they wanted a little bit cooler weather. Here they were really affected by mosquitoes. Then from Machakos, I think they headed north and found even a cooler area. So Nairobi, where we have our present capital. So if at all everything was okay and they had to settle, Masi could have been the capital. But so these were just based on what I've read. You can give your insights if that's true or not. But taking these trailers, you have to see if anybody is joining or leaving the road, especially in the build-up areas, so you need to be careful. So that's it for today's video. I think my recording ended as I neared Machakos. Since I've mounted my camera on my helmet, I couldn't really tell if I still had more power or not. But it was a great ride. Hopefully riders can also take on this route and really enjoy the scenery. There are very nice twists ahead that I didn't capture as you're approaching now Machakos, climbing on that hill. So it's a really nice ride. I'm hoping you can subscribe, like, and share, and also share your comments on down below on what you think about the video and even the sceneries around Makueni and the like. Machakos, I mean.